You waking up feeling kind of quiet today, huh? That's okay. It's okay to take time in quiet contemplation. The quiet makes most people nervous because in the quiet, that's where you really come through. And that's where your spirit comes through. So most of us have had those times where it's like, oh, I just need some noise. A lot of people have a tendency to keep the music playing or keep the TV on in order to avoid the silence. But in the silence, there is power, the power of pure connection. And as a human race, we're always ready to connect in so many ways with some others. But right here and now, what we want to talk about is the connection with the self and how it happens in the silence. When you find yourself in a state of worry or frustration, if you will notice, there's a lot of mental chatter happening in these moments. So silence is okay. We've heard of different experiences where people will go for extended periods of time, days, weeks, even months, in silence. This is not what we're talking about for you today. But if you're one who does that, we're not saying anything against it either. However, just even a brief moment of silence, where the only thing you're really listening to is the sound of your own breathing, can be extremely beneficial in allowing yourself to recalibrate to peace, especially when there's some situation in your immediate experience that feels anywhere outside of peace. Some have difficulty with meditation. And if you do, we would just encourage you to sit in a moment of silence. Sometimes the word meditation has so much history to it and meanings that it builds a resistance in it. But silence has a lot less resistance in it. Some of you have a natural predisposition to not like silence because you were silenced so much in your younger life. You're too loud. Be quiet. Got in trouble for having words and opinions and thoughts. This silence that we're asking for is not because you're in trouble. The silence that you're looking for is not because you're in trouble. As a matter of fact, the association of silence and trouble is really a lot of programming, and some of it comes out of straight manipulation tactics. When somebody doesn't like what you've done or how you be, they'll offer you the silent treatment, so it feels like a punishment. And we would say in this, what we want to bring to the front of the conversation is that silence is a opportunity to sit with you and just be in the now in the most present way possible. In the silence is where the new information is received. In the silence is where you've had the greatest ideas come through. There's a lot of value in the silence. So for whatever reason, Spirit wanted me to talk about silence for this moment. And so I've pulled your Alpha and Omega messages. And we pull them first, we'll read them last. The major arcana, what's happening today? We have judgment. Judgment energy on the table, okay. And judgment is that final answer in regards to any situation that you've already decided was not beneficial for you, and any cycles that you decided you were closing. When the judgment card comes out, I've seen that it can be that the cycle that you closed out is trying to return. I see someone who is been happily minding your own business as you've decided what cycles to close. And when the past tries to reach out to you, silence will be your best reply. I hear silence will be your best reply. The other thing about the judgment card, an alternative indication of the judgment card is as you call it out, so it comes about. As you call it out, so it comes about. So, in silence is a great way to communicate with the universe. Not with the words from your mouth, but in the silence inside. See, the universe doesn't really speak in words. It speaks more in feelings and vibration. It's a vibrational place. So when we're in silence, we kind of allow ourselves to get to that. Well, I mean, we do. We allow ourselves to recalibrate to peace, to where we are right now. And I'm hearing it's like a homing signal that can draw in some of the things that you have called forward. So silence is on the table today as, I mean, I don't think I've said the word silence so many times in such rapid succession ever in my past as I just did now. But they're saying, I hear there's great value in the silence. So let's see what the spiritual news is for today. You will soon be blessed with financial abundance. Spirit is always honored to gift to us the things that we work for, pray for, and have faith in receiving. Get ready for your financial blessings. And while I'm reading this, what I hear is silence all complaints about your finances. Silence all struggles about your finances. Silence anything that is causing stress and worries, fears, doubts to creep into your energy. When you get into expressing concerns about finances or anything else in your life that's frustrating or feels restrictive or feels blocked, this is a great time to just go silent. Take a moment of silence. Oh, I just saw it. They said, you know, like when somebody dies, you take a moment of silence. How about, oh, wow, what a beautiful technique that is. They're showing me a technique that is, you know, when you have a frustration, a worry, a stress, give it a moment of silence and let it rest in peace. I heard, and let it rest in peace. Ooh, give it a moment of silence and let it rest in peace. R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah. And shout out to Norma Jean, our first live commenter for the session today. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Tribe in the house. I still have the combined deck, the triple decker right here on the table with the enchanted map, the good tarot, and the psychic tarot for the heart. I don't feel like I'm finished working with it. So we'll see what else is coming out. But it's saying you'll soon be blessed with financial abundance. Do you believe it? Can you claim that for yourself? Like, can you see that? Take a moment of silence right now. And in that moment of silence, just breathe in the abundance. There's abundance here for you. And I heard it wants you more than you want it, because it wants to be touched by your energy. Have you ever had that feeling of just wanting somebody to touch you? I wish they would just touch me. I wish they would hug me. I wish they would kiss me. I wish they would embrace me, right? Imagine that that's how money feels about you. I heard, in what ways can you embrace the money? In what ways can you embrace your abundance? They're literally talking about money today, though, because it says you'll soon be blessed with financial abundance. So let's pull some cards. Okay, I got a 3-position spread. It's a daily intention spread. The first position says know today, what you need to know today. The second position is what you need to do today. And the third position is what we need to release today. Okay. And then the bottom of the deck, of course, is the foundation of it all, as always with me. And we have the Wizard of Awareness at the bottom of the deck. The Wizard of Awareness saying, I have great awareness of what's happening here. And I'm feeling guided to pull the guidebook on this. Hold on. It's over on the shelf. Let me go grab it. Yeah, I'm being guided to pull and read from the book today. So let's see what's going on with this Wizard of Awareness energy. It's card number 3. 3 relates to the Empress in the Tarot. But let me see, what is the message of this Wizard of Awareness? Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in the continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. And then, of course, I heard that when God created the heavens and the earth, on the 7th day, he rested and he declared that it was all good. So they taking us a little bit to church. I heard just that little bit to church. But can you just sit in silence and know that it is all good, okay? Well, what do you need to know today? We have the 7 of Swords energy with seek the truth. And it's like she's opening up this curtain between two minds and revealing the light that's within. She's dressed beautifully. Her hair's done. She's ready to go somewhere. And she's going into the light. 7 of Swords speaks to me about the divine plan. So what you need to know today is there's a divine plan to this. Your spirit is involved in this. They're not going to leave you high and dry or leave you out. But you got to be willing to seek the truth beyond the external perception between this and that. Is it light? Is it dark? How about it's just all good? Is it good? Is it bad? How about it's just all good? Okay. Why is it like this? Why is it like that? How about it's all good, and just knowing and having faith that things do work out. And it's interesting because somebody says, well, you just be imagining your way through life and then watch things go from bad to worse. Well, if that's your mentality, it will. What we're submitting to you is your point of focus and your awareness, your peace or lack of it, is attracting the next experience. And this is based on universal law. So what they want you to know today is that your intuition is a powerful ally, and now's a good time to trust your inner promptings. It could be that everything is not as it seems in some of your relationships. Use your psychic senses to determine which of your associations may be questionable. Trust in what your intuition is saying right now. As much as you like to trust these people or this person, it's important to question their motives. Be cautious about sharing your most private thoughts and feelings in order to avoid allowing yourself to be placed in a vulnerable position. Be diligent in psychically scanning your interactions for possible deception. Be wary of one-sided relationships in which the other person is not participating fully or is avoiding obligations and responsibility. Now is the ideal opportunity to get to the bottom of this behavior. And certainly at all times, be sure that your role in your relationships is above board and based on honesty. I heard silent will be great. See what they're going to talk about for a change. See what they're going to talk about for a change. In the silence, in the silence. So is it for somebody here, somebody wants to come back? They want to come back into your life? Okay, is this it? The abundance wants to be in your hand again? I heard because you had the abundance before. What do we need to do today? What do we need to do today? The storm fields. I heard let the storm take it all away. Okay, address the chaos that we're holding on to. Let's see what the book says about the storm fields. Card number 9. Hermit energy in that. This too shall pass. An uncomfortable chaos is surrounding you. Things that you left unattended may be the cause of some conflict. Pent-up energy needs release, just as a storm in nature must break for these events to occur when the electricity between opposing forces stirs things up and creates temporary disorder. Not all storms are destructive. Rather, they serve nature by bringing rain to the ground and wind to the trees, enabling seeds to be widely distributed and continuous growth to be ensured. Just remember that whatever is being stirred up inside you or between you and another will benefit you later. The sun will shine again. That's what this card is looking like here, where that veil is being opened. Yeah, the sun will shine again and new growth will be observed. Don't be afraid to shake things up a little. So there's a shakeup. It's going to pass, but it's for an improvement to occur. It's going to allow the seeds that have been planted to go further, right? It's to bring rainwater to what has been growing, okay? What we need to release today, we have the Goblins card, number 5. And this Goblins card is looking like anybody who will sabotage that peace. Anything or anyone that will sabotage that peace. And if you feel really uncomfortable around somebody, you feel like somebody has just been very deceptive, sit in the silence and see. And you'll know, first off, how you feel. The wizard of awareness, being mindful. How are my feelings when I'm around this person, around this energy, around this environment? Does it feel good, or does it feel like chaos within? It looks like, today's a good day to recognize where something is causing chaos inside. And of course, the landscapers are outside working, so it's going to get loud here for a moment. But anywhere where there's chaos being caused inside, being aware of that so that it can be addressed. If you hang out with a specific person or in a specific place, and every time you do that, it brings up chaos inside, like there's a reason that there's chaos there. And one of the handmade oracles that I've created talks about how ongoing and prolonged chaos is evidence that you are trying to sustain a connection with at least one or more counterproductive energies. In other words, trying to force two things to go together that don't go together. Trying to force something to stick around or be the way you want it to be when it's something else. or trying to force a connection. It's like somebody's pulling away, and this could just be energetically, right? Their energy is not like yours. It creates chaos. Hot versus cold. That's where these storms come from in nature. And it's the same thing in life with people, you know. If one of you is hot, the other one's cold, tends to be some storms, right? So let's see what the Goblins has to say here in this with card number 5, which is the Hierophant, which is talking about life lessons. It's like, have you identified what the Goblins are in your life? Because right now, Goblins are coming through as sabotaging, destructive little energies. Let's see. It says, fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If Goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A Goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth. However, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The Goblin's message is that you must seek to release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. Okay, so what's going on? You'll soon be blessed with financial abundance. There's a divine plan in order. But one of the things that you've been doing, a lot of self-conversation, internal conversation that could, about the uncomfortable, right? About the chaos. You know that there's a divine plan. You know that you're revealing information. You've got some frustrations regarding finances going on right now. Has there been some sort of damage to the house or some sort of life storms that's happening that has changed your financial standing temporarily? I heard temporarily. Release resentments and fears about it. Okay. Understanding that a lot of these things, and negative self-talk, release the negative self-talk. And is that why the silence came up so strong in the channel message before we started pulling cards? I heard yes. It took longer to ask a question. I had already received the answer, but they're saying yes, absolutely. That there has been a lot of unbeneficial self-conversation. Unbeneficial self-conversation bringing in negativity about your abundance, your financial abundance. There's plenty of abundance coming in. Now, some of you, maybe you haven't been necessarily down talking or negative talking your abundance, okay? But is it that because we have these two heads here, there's a connection, and they're both facing opposite directions. And the revealing is that as those are split apart, the light comes in. So it's almost, what you need to know today is there's a connection here with somebody. You're both facing opposite directions, which tells me again, counterproductive energy equals chaos. Trying to force those two to stick together makes chaos. Because why? They're facing opposite directions. So what you need to know today, two energies moving in opposite directions. What you need to do today, let the chaos take them away. Let the chaos take it all away. Okay, so is this about somebody you've been having disagreements with? And, there's a storm brewing. There might be a argument or a flat out a fight, a disagreement of some sort that's going to allow you both the opportunity to speak your real thoughts, your real feelings, get those out of the way, and then the air will be clearer. And I heard, and there'll be a discovery of where a lot of it had to do with negative self-view, and like I hear looking for the worst in yourself and in others. Okay, somebody has a habit. Now, remember, when I'm talking about these, it could be you, it could be somebody else in an experience with you, or somebody who's just relating their experience who's around your energy. But what needs to be released today is this negative self-talk. Somebody is having problems in a connection with a person because they've got a lot of negative self-views and negative self-talk. It's time to release that. In the releasing of that, the abundance will flow again back up, because it's like this continual disagreement, argument, whatever it is, has put, it's like it's put a dam in your river, and it's blocking up the flow. And so we want to release that today. Release the negative self-talk. Release the ideas that I heard that you're not good enough, that you're unlovable, that you're unworthy. If there's a person and you can't come to terms with this person and being around them, well, I like you, but I'm just not attracted to you like that. Okay, you might need to release that energy. They love your energy, but they don't feel the same type of attraction as you do. Let them go, honey. Let them go. Let them go find something they are attracted to. So what I see is somebody's finances here has been negatively affected because there's some sort of connection that is being very counterproductive, creating a lot of internal chaos, emotional chaos. If you sustain emotional chaos long enough internally, it will begin to materialize and manifest externally to you in your experience. And one of the easiest ways to get to you is through your finances. So I see that here. I do. There is a divine plan in place that's set to come in and remove from your mentality or your physical experience, because it's one of those two things. It's either your mindset or something literal or someone literal in your physical experience that creates a lot of internal stress for you. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you feel less than what you truly are. It removes you from your power. I see with the Wizard of Awareness at the bottom of the deck, you've begun to become aware of that already. You've already begun to become aware of that. And likewise, as a result, you are more intentionally choosing responses to that. And that's why this reading has come out today in this way that it has. So since we're talking about abundance, let's go into the Divine Abundance Oracle cards and give this another pass over this spread here and see what else we can see in today's energy. Thank you for being here. You should have brought your intuition to the party. If you didn't, tap in with your intuition, because we're going to speak to you in generalities of the energies, which are still true, so that you can see your own personal and specific details. Also, thank you for giving my video a thumbs up, for commenting, and for subscribing to my channels, for following me over on the Wisdom app, for sharing this information with a friend. All of that adds to the growth that we are seeing here on to get these messages out, to whoever needs them. Yeah. So let's see. What's the message here for the download today? Again, they want me to read this to you again. It says, you'll soon be blessed with financial abundance. Spirit is always honored to gift to us the things that we work for, pray for, and have faith in receiving. Get ready for your financial blessings. Get ready for your financial blessings. Sit in the energy of abundance. If you can create that feeling and generate it in yourself and hold it, that will benefit you. And silence any negative self-talk, any negative talk over your money. Even like looking at your money and thinking, well, it's just a little bit, or it's not coming in fast. And all those things, you want to let those things go silent. In other words, anything that you've been talking about that is counterproductive to your financial receptivity, I heard financial receptivity, will be best left out of your internal conversation is what I'm hearing. Okay. So what you need to know today, we have self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Self-love. So this is interesting. I was on my way to meet my brother the other day, and within a few minutes of arriving, 7-8-year-old me came to me looking for some love. Have you in spiritual practice, in your mind, in your energy, gone to the younger version of yourself and say, listen, I'm walking with you. I'm walking with you. I'm here with you. And so that's what was happening with me. And they wanted me to share that personal experience with you through this general reading, because that's a technique that can benefit so much. Especially where the younger child was always told no. Especially where the younger child was made to be quiet when there was something important to be said. Silenced, right? Not allowed to speak. Children are to be seen, not heard. All that shit. Yeah. Go to that inner child, 7-8-year-old you maybe. What age do you need to do it at? For me, it was 7 or 8. They were showing me. I saw myself at that age. And then they showed me my grandson's ages. They said, yeah, you were 7 or 8. I'm like, okay. In that vision, it's like 7-8-year-old Melinda needed some loving. So you go back to you in your mind at a younger age. Give yourself the loving embrace. Give yourself all the encouragement to move through. Especially if you're into these laws of the universe and quantum physics and stuff, and all things are existing simultaneously, right? Which means that you're simultaneously where you see yourself now and in every other part of your life as well. I mean, that's just a deep old rabbit hole. We're not diving into it today, but you get the drift. You get the idea. So if you're there and you're here and you're everywhere all at once, how can we speak to the other versions of ourselves? Because right now you are the future self to the past you. Okay. And if you can bring more peace into the past you with the present energy, that's going to increase your peace in now. Okay. Self-love is everything. And I heard that's part of the divine plan. So anywhere where you have been sitting in some financial struggle or difficulty, I see that part of it was to bring you to this point of self-love. I heard the money was making you focus outwardly too much on those things or those experiences as the fulfillment. What we were trying to get you to do is see, I heard what you were trying to get you to do was to see where all of that really comes from in the self-love energy. So at the bottom of the deck here, right now, and I love the way this is looking right here, because with this Buddha here in meditation, all these different dots and things that are circulating here in the circle around the edge is looking to me right now like all the alternate dimension realities that you have. And the piece that you have here touches all time and space is what I'm getting. So do it now. The bottom here says, stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled each moment. And again, there's that moment of silence. Take a moment of silence that the old energy is being replaced. The old energy of chaos is being replaced. Okay. The old energy of self-destructive conversation is being replaced. It's all being upgraded. Okay. With the storm fields in the position of what we need to do today, we have receiving. Yes. Acknowledge that you are receiving. Be very attentive to everywhere you are receiving. You are receiving every day. If you aren't receiving anything more than the blood pumping through your veins and the oxygen filling your lungs, you are still receiving. The more attention you give to receiving, I heard, look at his hands up, ready to receive, okay? It says, every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and trust my inner guidance. There is a divine plan here in place regarding your financial abundance. Okay, so allow yourself to be in receptive mode. So let's do that here now. I heard, I love myself and I am receptive to my financial abundance. I love myself and I am receptive of the self-love that I have. Okay. What they want us to release today is gratitude. Interesting, because one of the things I heard is rather than gratitude, we want to speak appreciation. Okay. Let's see here. Interesting, because somebody's going to have a difficult time with that concept. I can see it already. This is, fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. So listen, release the need to hear the thanks externally is one of the things I'm getting. So with these goblins, what I'm getting is like, there's this part of you, you've been doing things to receive the recognition externally for the thanks that you would get. There's this idea in you that you have to provide to receive. And reciprocation is important and beautiful, and it does keep a flow going. But we're going to present to you to the idea right now that your being here, your presence here, and your self-love is the most important things that you can give. And so you've given. Doesn't mean that you won't give it again. That's okay. But they're saying, release the idea that you have to give. And I heard, stop looking for gratitude from goblins, from anybody that feels uncomfortable in your life, who's bringing in a destructive energy. And yet, so I'm seeing part of what has affected somebody's financial abundance is you've been entertaining, again, a connection with somebody that makes you feel off. Looking for gratitude from them. Stop looking for somebody to come in and say thank you. Somebody here, you've been holding on to some inner conflict and resentment because you did a lot and you never got that thanks. I heard no good deed goes unpunished. So there's definitely something here about, releasing the need to receive gratitude from somebody else and just appreciating where you're at in your journey and your ability to do it. Don't do it because they're going to say thanks. Do it because you want to do it and you have the ability to do it. Not because of the response that they're going to give you for doing what you do. Okay. So that energy is here coming out in this reading. Yeah. Somebody here, you bent over backwards and you broke, I heard, and broke your back. I heard Brokeback Mountain is somebody's favorite movie. If that's you, 1,000 points. Okay. And it's like, release the need to receive the abundance from somebody else, from their gratitude for you. Okay. Interesting. So there's been a connection here that's caused a lot of inner chaos by your choosing to sustain it, because you're looking for a specific reaction from somebody and you're not getting it. Okay. You're not getting it. So they say, let's just appreciate that it's all coming together. I heard, just sit in the appreciation that it's all coming together to take you where you really want it to be. Okay. To take you where you really want it to be. All right. I have the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards out next. So let's redo our spread again and go over this again. And again, heavy emphasis on right now. I'm hearing right now, you can sit in receptive mode and benefit all other time-space versions of yourself, okay? The past you, the current you, and any future versions of you as well. So what you need to know today from the Sacred Traveler is view from above. Get the big picture. There is a big picture, and it's circled in self-love. The big picture is circled in self-love. Zoom out of the experience. Zoom out of the experience. Anything that separates you from your own inner child is a destructive energy that doesn't want to be sustained. And we're talking about your own concepts and views of yourself. We're talking about connections with others. We're talking about behaviors, all those different things. There's an awareness available for you right now to help you to zoom out and have a larger perspective. Anywhere where you've had financial struggles or difficulties, they were here to get you to see what really mattered. And what really mattered was the self-love. That was the thing that really mattered. And they wanted you to look at that. Were you using your financial abundance that you did have in order to receive appreciation from others? We needed you. You needed you. I heard you needed you to stop looking for it. Validation. I'm hearing the word validation. To stop looking for validation from the others. Okay, bottom of the deck. Valiant courage. Take action with passion. Again, do it because you love it, not because of what you think they might respond to what you're doing. Do it bravely and passionately. Do it because you're passionate about it. Okay. Not for the response from the other. And then also in this Valiant Courage card, I'm seeing be bold enough to go about this on your own. You know, there's one person here and one horse. And then the tent, if there's people in there, we're not even looking at that right now. So everything has a lot to do with self-view. Anywhere where you're holding on to ideas of limitations to your abundance, of a tiny little financial prosperity well, like we want to increase that. Okay, we want to open up the energy there. We want to allow the flow to go there. So anything that doesn't allow that, would you like to uncreate and destroy right now? Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay. Doing just a little bit of energy work here for you today. Okay. Anywhere where you've allowed your self-worth and self-love to be tied up in the responses that you're getting from other people by the use of your material resources, that's not your truth. Your truth is you are worthy and deserving of love. It doesn't matter what you're giving to them as far as your worth and worthiness and value and deservability to be loved and appreciated. Okay. And so we're going to give that to ourselves. And anything that doesn't allow that, would you like to uncreate and destroy right now? Yes, yes. Oh, that was a strong one. So I really see here, like, you wanted to be the good friend, the good family member, the good whatever. And it wasn't really coming before following that. And what it did was it depleted your own energy. And then as a result of your energy being depleted because you were constantly giving it to a place that was, I heard, squandering it. What you started to see was your own financial abundance also coming into this point where it was feeling depleted. So what you need to do today, what do we have? Staying focused, hold the course. Hold the course. Maintain that vision. I am receiving all of any struggles, any chaos, any difficulty is being removed. The universe is helping to remove them. Any self-destructive ideas are being replaced with ideas of receiving my abundance. I stay focused on receiving my abundance. The universe here in these cards has said that I will soon be blessed with financial abundance. So I will stay focused on what I am receiving, where I am receiving, how I am receiving, on being in receptive mode. I will hold the course, knowing that it's already been said that you will soon be blessed with financial abundance. I heard say it. Say it. I am being blessed with financial abundance now, right now. I heard right now. I am being blessed with financial abundance right now, right now, right now. Okay. And right now. Oh, yeah. And right now again. Oh, and right now again. I heard don't let what is physically in front of you make you think that that's not true. Because somewhere out there, the financial abundance, remember, money, what we say, it wants to come to you. It wants to come to you. Why? Because it want to be touched by your energy, just like all those people who you were looking to receive gratitude from for your good acts, for your kind heart, for your patience and your generosity. Money wants to be with you too. And so allow yourself to sit and stay focused and understanding that there's a divine plan for anything, and anything that is an obstacle to your financial abundance and well-being, to your self-love, is being removed. And those two are coming together, because self-love is necessary. Self-love is a beautiful part of the abundance that you're seeking. So you're not seeking abundance based off of some egotistical or low vibrational experience. Some have done that and they always end up losing it, I heard, and they always end up losing it. What the financial abundance that is for you, I heard earmarked for you, has to do with being attracted through the vibrations of self-love in receptive mode. Okay. So what we need to release today, what do we have? Watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. So interesting with gratitude and the goblins. Okay. What you need to release today. Interesting. So today is saying, today we want you to take action, okay? We want you to take action on something. If you are to release this watching the clouds, first off, stop looking at the confusions. Stop looking at the frustrations. That's the first thing I'm hearing. And take some sort of action that honors your financial abundance. That doesn't mean go shopping. No, it doesn't. If you want to and you can, go ahead. But it doesn't mean that. Take an action. Maybe you're going to light an incense to honor. This is in honor of the financial abundance that I am receiving now. Or speaking it into your water or your coffee, or as you cook it into your meal, you know. Or maybe you have an abundance jar and you might put some cinnamon in it, or some cloves, or some star anise, or some rice, or some beans, some grains. Maybe, you know, it's giving yourself just a moment to just sit and be still in your abundance. Okay. Yeah. So anywhere where you've been focused on the confusion, on I don't know, let's stop looking at that. Let's start looking at what we know that we want to see more of. What we know is that we will soon be blessed with financial abundance. What we know is that we have self-love. What we know is we're in receptive mode. How can we stay focused more in that place, in those energies? Okay. So let's see. We're going to use the Mahabharata Oracle next. Let's see what's the message here for the download today. What can you show me for today's message? So there's a lot of inner energy, remember, financial external reflections are reflections of what's going on inside. So we started off our message today talking about peace. This is why peace is important, because if the internal energy feels hard and difficult, challenged and confused, then the external reflection you see will look like that. If all you know is that there's a divine plan in place and you have self-love and you're in receptive mode, I heard that's a great framework. That's the perfect framework to build the house of your financial abundance. Somebody here, if you are putting an order in to build a brand new home for yourself, I heard 2,000 points. Okay, so let's see from the Mahabharata Oracle, what it wants you to know today is infinity. Card number 34, infinity. There is infinite potential. You have infinite abundance. Ooh, I heard I am tapped into my own infinite abundance. Can you say those words? Can you say those words in place of worries about I barely had enough, or it's not coming fast enough, whatever it is, or I don't know how. Okay, so what we need to do today, imagination. Magi, nation. We are a nation of magicians. We may not know that, but our magic comes from holding that focus, hold the course, from staying focused on that vision. Here's another one, sitting in silence, sitting in meditation. Okay, sitting in silence. What we should do today, sit in silence, hold our focus, of being in receptive mode and not worrying about the storms that are outside, and know that anything that's not in alignment with that, as we hold our focus in this place of receiving our abundance, anything that's not in alignment with that is blown away by nature. It's going to happen naturally. Our job to do today is simply focus our energy in silence. This isn't go talk to all your friends, because the minute you go talk to all your friends, now you're introducing all their ideas, all their restrictive limitations and beliefs, their ridicule, their judgment, whatever, their opinions. No. And this is sit with your own abundance. Sit with your own receptive mode. Sit with your own self-love. As a matter of fact, I just heard this. If you can sit with the energy of your self-love in silence and just focus on your self-love, did you know that your self-love itself will naturally attract this financial abundance? What they want you to know, though, is that it's already being attracted to you because it wants you more than you want it. All you got to do is get out of the idea of saying it's not coming, I don't have it. And I let go of being on the whole ideas of I have to ask, I have to. Okay, because release today is this ambition. Interesting. I heard everywhere you go, you have this feeling of what you got to do. Everywhere you go, you have this feeling of what you got to do. They're saying, go ahead and do that. Do it because it feels right, though. That's the thing. They want you to do it because it feels right, not because somebody else needs for you to do this for them. And if I don't do it for them, what are they going to do? And you're not here to be the savior, honey. I heard your name is not Jesus Christ. I heard your name is not Jesus Christ. That character is already taken. That avatar was already taken. Do you? Okay. Also, they want you to release the idea that it actually is going to require so much physical action, because what we're saying to you is that if you could do the things you love. We're not saying don't do nothing at all. Don't get it twisted. Do the things that you love, do the things that you need to do, and try to love the ability to do them. Meanwhile, understand that that's not why the money comes. And this world is set up to make you think that that's absolutely absurd, because you already have the attachment to the idea that money comes when you work a job, that you get a paycheck. And even in this card, it says, Spirit is always honored to gift us the things that we work for, pray for, and have faith in receiving. But here's the thing, the gift is not necessarily something you work for. A gift is something that you receive. All you got to do is be in receptive mode. Yeah, but you do have to believe it, know it, to receive it. And sometimes some people, they ain't even focused on this. They just stay focused on what they have and the appreciation of that. And then this stuff just shows up for them. Yeah, it just shows up from them. Self-study is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this whole situation of your financial irritation has been here to create a greater level of awareness of what's going on inside of you. Understanding your own energies and your own conflicts and your own chaoses that you've been holding on to so that you can create these powerful shifts for yourself, okay? We're going to pull the Work Your Light Oracle next, some cards from Work Your Light Oracle. So let's see how we can build upon this message. What else do you have to say for us today? What's the message? For the love and peace and happiness, try here at this time by divine design. Okay. If you want to get your mini reading today, definitely have time available for that. If you're not a member, screenshot that to give you the information on how you can get your order in. We do have the lovely Norma Jean moderating, so she's got the information for you too. I see Janine with us. What's up, girlfriend? What's up? All right. So let's see, what else can you show us for the download today? What's the message here? You will soon be blessed with financial abundance. Spirit is always honored to give to us the things that we work for, pray for, and have faith in receiving. Get ready for your financial blessings. And then I heard, getting ready, because here I come. Getting ready, because here I come. Okay. So what you need to know today, the initiation, a rite of passage crossing the threshold. You're going, so everybody's been living out here in this chaos land. Look at all the storms, right? But you found a portal out of it to the beach. Hello. And then we have the conch shell on this infinity card. It's like you could, if you want to, stay stuck in that chaos, period. But that is separating you from your own inner child energy, from your infinite abundance. So what you need to know today is whatever this financial struggle you've been having has been to initiate you to tap into your infinite abundant source. What to do today? Look at this. Play. What to do today? Have fun, celebrate, and don't be so serious. Again, take a moment to sit in the silence. Utilize your imagination. And when you say, I have time to play, the last thing you're worried about is anything. Okay, when you allow yourself that, you're staying focused on your abundance, on your receptive mode. It's okay to play. Yeah, there might be some things going on that could be a little bit difficult. However, honey, life is meant to be enjoyed and lived. And if it's gonna get worse, if it's gonna get worse, leave that out of the conversation, or stop talking like that. That doesn't benefit you. No, I'm gonna enjoy my life now. I heard so many of us have enjoying life put on hold for the moment where everything looks the way it's supposed to. When your bank account looks right, when your romance life looks right, then I'll play, then I'll enjoy. When your health gets better, then I'll play, then I'll enjoy. We submit to you that you can play now, and the playing now honors the inner child and the self-love and is the attractor of that better that you were going to wait for in order to play. As a matter of fact, the play will help bring in the energy of the abundance, will help bring in the energy of the love, of the health, what have you. All right. What to release today? Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. It is not your job to make it better for everyone. It is not your job. Yes, what you need to release is this idea that it's up to you to do it for everyone. Actually, the way it really works is the others are impacted as you've done it for yourself. In other words, the wealthy philanthropist can't be a wealthy philanthropist if they haven't first earned the money to be the wealthy philanthropist. See, so, and if that's what you want to do, then the gateway to do that is being tapped into your infinite abundance, coming into this new reality that associates the more I play, the more I get paid, the more I receive, being in receptive mode. Dance with life is it's hard to get money. It's hard to come by money. Money is difficult. It's oh yeah. And that's not that's not serving you very well at all. So let's go ahead and pull something from the download oracle, and then we'll get into your alpha and omega messages and your personal minis. I will do a yes or no for everybody present here today. What's the message for today's download, please, and thank you. What message for the download? What's the download message today? Hey, Michelle. He in the house. Okay, what's the download message today? Yeah, dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Anywhere where you are holding on to self-sabotaging ideas or connections that was beginning to put a drain on your, that had been draining your energy to the point where your finances started to feel drained. You have more financial abundance on the way. However, you got to recognize, it's a match is the card that wants to come out today. You are a vibrational, you've got to be a vibrational match to the abundance. So how can you match the energy of receiving abundance and being tapped into the infinite potential right now? I heard go general, go general, go general. And if you're going to go specific, look at what you have, look at more of what you have, and play. If money was not an issue, you would play a lot more in life. So you got to become the vibrational match to this financial abundance, right? That you choose for yourself. Yeah. And releasing any negative talk over your finances, over yourself, over your life. As a matter of fact, the hard times that you've gone through and could still be going through are all here to help you to align with your infinite abundant self. Okay. And part of that, what was in the way was that there was some, I hear failure to allow the inner child to flourish. Failure to allow the inner child to flourish. That had to be released because the inner child needed to be honored in this, wanted to be honored in this, and is worthy of being honored in this. And the tarot deck I want is in my backpack, which is out here. Give me just 1 second. Let me grab this other deck. I forgot to put my slides on. I don't like walking around the house with nothing on my feet. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read your Alpha and Omega messages next. And then I have the Chibi Tarot here for your personal questions for members, and as well for your yes or no for everybody, whoever watches this. I know that we have Malibu, who's done a lot for the channel, is recovering from a surgery at this time. And so Malibu, whenever you watch this, I know speedy healing and recovery for you is here. So I want to just send that energy out. And speedy healing and recovery is here for you. All right, so let's see what we have for your Alpha and Omega messages. It says 3 of abundance. Your passions will lead to your divine life purpose. Do what you love and have confidence in your talent. Learn everything there is to know about your interests by taking classes, getting a mentor, or teaming up with like-minded people. Allow your creativity to soar. Again, abundance is on the table. And what else? Miracles never run out. Look back over your life, and you will see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities, and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you, and you will never, ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they will come, who will deliver them, when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved. So, I am a miracle magnet. I am a money magnet. I am in receptive mode. I am receptive. I am tapped into my infinite financial abundance, and I honor my inner child, and self-love. I'm in love with me. Okay. So those are the messages that we have for your download today. I love the way those alpha and omega messages totally tied into what we talked about. Again, silence. Anywhere where there's been the voice of chaos, confusion, disagreement, frustration, we want to sit in silence about that. Anywhere that talking about it is giving air to those types of experiences, or talking to someone who feels like that in your experience, yeah, silence is golden in those experiences. Instead, we want to play more. We want to hold the course fixed upon, that there's always beautiful things showing up for me, and I am being blessed with financial abundance. I am tapped into my infinite source of abundance, okay? There is a divine plan for my life, and I trust my inner guidance. All right, and I speak prosperity and abundance over my life, and I appreciate all that I have. And it's not about others appreciating me. That has nothing to do with my true value and worth. My value and worth comes internally, not by their acceptance, approval, or rejection of me. They cannot influence my worth and my value, my deservability for this financial infinite abundance that I am now tapped into. And anything that doesn't allow that, would you like to uncreate and destroy right now? Yes, yes. On all time, space, and dimension. Okay, good job. All right, so let's go into your personals. I see Janine wants to know what I need to know today, please and thank you. What does Janine need to know today, please and thank you? The Four of Wands, Janine. Four of Wands, you're being initiated onto a new path, honey. It's time to celebrate good times. Come on. That's what I have for you, Janine. Let's at the bottom of the deck. The Four of Cups. Anywhere where you were feeling rejected, anywhere where you weren't being accepted, honey, it was all to set you on this path of celebration. So how can you celebrate the life that you have right now? How can you celebrate right now? If you knew that you had like a week left to live, how would you spend this day? No, we're not saying that you're on a limited time span. We all are on planet Earth. We're not predicting a death here, but what we're saying is if we could live knowing that we don't know how long we have, what could I celebrate to now? So for you, until further notice, celebrate is your message. Okay, Janine? Until further notice, celebrate. What can I celebrate to now? What can I celebrate for now? Right now, what can I celebrate right now? Okay. Now, for Michelle, what does my future self want me to know, please and thank you? What does Michelle's future self want her to know? What does Michelle's future self want her to know? The sun. The sun will come out right now. Right now. It's coming out right now. Can't you see it? Can you see the sunshine? Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. It's about you being in your light, being your radiant self. You're learning a lot. You're growing a lot. You need to keep your head in the sun. I heard keep your head in the sun. No, not the sunshine outside. Of course, a few minutes of sun meditation and sunbathing is great for anybody's energy. However, they want you to keep your energy there. Keep your energy in that place of sun energy. The death card is at the bottom of the deck for you. You've gone through a whole transformation. So aware, so awake, so knowing, okay, in this pure positive energy. Okay, this is what I have for you. Yes. Okay, so next, let's do a yes or no question for all people who ever hear this message at any time at all, ever. If that's you, it doesn't matter. This whole message was timeless. Every message I ever produce is always timeless. Meaning, if you were to scroll through all the readings that I've done and get the feeling to just tap on this one or just accidentally tap on that one, you're going to find a message in it. But let's get your yes or no for right now. So you can hold the yes or no question in your mind. Spirit knows how you're formulating that question and has the ability to give you all your yes or no answer now. So here we go. Is it yes? Is it no? What's the answer for today's yes or no question? Yes or no? Yes or no? This is for everybody. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixth card says yes. A big resounding yes with the Ace of Wands. Okay, now for somebody, I'm going to go ahead and interpret and read to you the message in these cards. The yes or no answer is for everybody. But if this sounds like your message, you did a great job of connecting with our energy today. And you do that by the more you interact with the channel, being tuned in, tapped in, turned on, giving it a thumbs up, putting your comments in, being active, sharing it, putting your emojis up if you're on the Wisdom app, and showing up, that lets your guides know that Melinda can speak my messages, because I'm going to listen when Melinda speaks. And so you find more messages come through. Okay, so King of Swords, you are Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You got some clarity, whatever zodiac sign you are. You start something new. This new thing you're starting taking you into peace, and right away from the heartbreaks and deceptions that you've cut through all that stuff. There's been a lot of pain, but you've made some sense out of it. And it's been an important life lesson for you. And now financial gains, financial wealth, and independence, feeling more independent, able, and capable than ever before. That's what I have for you today. Thank you for being here. Until next time. Oh, and thank you for your love, donations, and choosing me for your personal consultations, because trust and believe, I use every bit of this energy to benefit, and I love it. All right. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Little baby. And I'm